Over the last year of filming YouTube videos, I've been to a few cool locations, but none have quite left me in awe like RSPB Otmoor has. During my last visit, I captured red kite, barn owl, Marsh Harrier, and I even heard a potential bittern, so I knew I had to come back. Today, I return with my buddy Luke in the hope of once again viewing the barn owl and Marsh Harrier. Now, we did arrive a little later than planned thanks to some wonderful congestion on the motorway. So we were a little worried we may have lost our opportunity to see any owls. But as it turns out, luck was on our side. So once again, Otmoor is well and truly delivering right now. Got to one of the main fields when you first get to the reserve, and there's just been a barn owl hunting over the reeds, coming back and forth, diving for prey. Now, he's just hidden himself, giving me a bit of time to do this to camera. So fingers crossed he comes out again and gives us a bit more of a show, but so far, Otmoor is delivering. I'm currently sitting in the first hide, well, first scrim. And the idea was to come here for the Marsh Harriers. And there was one about, sitting on the far bush. But so far, it's been the barn owl that's putting on the show. So it's returned, and it's kind of doing sort of big loops around the pond and just around the sort of neighbouring fields. Well, it just came behind the reeds to my left. And a bit too blocked to record a video, because I didn't really trust the autofocus that much. But luckily, it flew down the path towards us where we are in the hide, the scrim. And I just took a bunch of shots, probably about maybe 50 or 60 odd in all fairness, went proper machine gun in all fairness. And I think I got some really lovely shots. So, well happy. And even now, I can see it just fluttering away on the far side of these fields over the pond. So, came here for the marshes, but the barn owl is killing it right now. By the time I'd realised the owl's flight path, I figured I'd aim for a photograph rather than some slow-mo footage. So what you're viewing here is a collection of 160 shots, a fair way off the 50 or 60 I'd estimated in the field. Now, what an amazing moment this was, having this awesome creature fly directly towards myself and Luke, head first. I went into autopilot as I started firing off frame after frame, hoping it would result in a decent image, trying not to lose it behind the thistles. Now, you'll have to let me know what you think of the final results. there are 2 Marsh Harriers about, and they're on the far side of this lake. Now, the other reason we're here today, fingers crossed, hopefully they'll come in fairly close. Hopefully I'll get a decent photo. See, I can't even speak again. They get me so excited. I'm so happy. But yeah, I really want to get a decent photo of a Marsh Harrier today. Now, I'm half certain I've got a decent photo of a barn owl, so we're already on for a winner. But Marsh Harriers are the reason we're here.
It was absolutely incredible watching the Marsh Harriers hunt above the reeds, periodically diving down and spooking all of the ducks, sending them into the air. We spent a few hours at the first screen, and minus the weather being a little dull and grey, we couldn't be happier with how it went. We were mesmerised by both the barn owl and harrier sightings, but eventually we had to leave and make way to the second screen, just a short walk up the trail.
We're just leaving the second screen, and for the most part it was a bit of a bust, so nothing out of the ordinary. A couple of Canada geese, I think a grey lag, a couple of pochard, which is quite nice, but other than that, fairly quiet. So now we're going to carry on, we're going to walk back into the reserve, so to speak, because it's a bit linear. Otmoor is, it's not a circular. So we're going to head on back to the first screen and potentially head on over to the hide, which we missed out this morning because we were too busy concentrating on those barn owls. Let's go. just left the main bird hide here at Otmoor. And for the most part, it was actually fairly quiet. So red kite here or there, muntjac chilling. But I think the real star of the show for that hide was actually the yellowhammer. So they're the first ones I've seen all year, and they're so unmistakable. Is that the word? Mistakable? Unmistakable. So beautiful, bright yellow, and they really sort of pop against the dark hedgerow. Yeah, I think we're going to head back to the car now. And if this is the last you see of me today, then I hope you enjoyed the episode. So please leave a thumbs up, drop a comment. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.